When creating a marketing strategy, it's best to spend significant time focused on the strategy part. Just as a professional chef doesn't just toss some random ingredients into a pan and expect to create the greatest dish in the world, a successful marketer doesn't just aimlessly send out emails with no real direction or tactic and expect big results. In order to successfully create a marketing strategy, you'll need to conduct a few different types of analyses first. Conducting thorough analysis before you send out even one email helps your marketing efforts be more effective. The results of your analysis will help you create context for your email campaigns. What I mean when I say creating context for your campaigns is that you need to be aware of your surroundings, internally and externally, so you can optimize your success and reach your goals. Just like you had to work to understand the demographics of your potential customers, you need to work to understand the internal resources and external environments. Internally, you need some context on your team and resources. You'll need to consider who you are as a brand so that you can make sure you're playing to your strengths and staying true to your mission. The first type of analysis or audit, called SWOT, will ensure you're doing this. On a more external scale, you'll need to know what is going on around you so that your brand isn't coming off insensitive or unaware. The second type of analysis or audit, called PESTLE, will help you with that. You can conduct these analyses by simply writing them down on a piece of paper or putting them into a document on your computer. Or if you're conducting them as a team, you can use a whiteboard or a shared document. I've always enjoyed collaborating with others on these types of audits because the more voices involved, the more diverse your results will be. The first of these analyses is called SWOT. Conducting a SWOT audit will help you identify the internal context of your company. It's an acronym for strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. And although we are using it in an email marketing context now, it can be useful in a number of applications. As a digital marketer, you may use it for your overall marketing campaigns, for social and SEO strategy, and any number of other things. When running a SWOT audit, start with strengths. What aspects of the company's marketing resources make it stand out? What is special about the marketing team? Is it eye-catching design and innovation? Does your marketing team really shine at copywriting? Take note of anything your company excels at internally. Next up, weaknesses. Where could your company and/or marketing team improve? Maybe because your team is so talented with design and copywriting, you haven't prioritized strategy as much. Take note of that. The third aspect of the SWOT audit is opportunities. What resources, events, or contacts would help your team create an incredible campaign? What types of opportunities can you leverage into something bigger? Maybe a colleague of yours has a contact in another country that can help you build international brand awareness. Finally, take a look at threats. Similar to opportunities, look for resources, events, contacts, and opportunities that could be detrimental to your brand. Maybe you just heard about a new competitor who is creating the exact same product as your company. After you've conducted your SWOT analysis, reflect on the results. What is your general analysis of the results? What did you learn from them? Are you more aware where you shine and where you could use a little improvement? How will you leverage that information to create an effective campaign? If everyone on your team ran an analysis, compare results with your team members. I mentioned that SWOT was a way to create internal context for your campaign. What I mean by that is it helps you reflect inward on your team and resources so that you know what is available to you internally. When it comes to PESTLE, though, you'll be analyzing the external. So you'll be researching what is going on externally in your surroundings to find out what strategies will be effective and what strategies you may want to stay away from. Let's go over that one more time. A SWOT audit examines the internal context of your brand, while a PESTLE audit examines the external context of your brand. So, what does a PESTLE audit refer to? PESTLE refers to the political, economic, social, technological, legal, and environmental factors that may affect your email marketing strategy. First, you'll consider political issues or happenings across the markets you're serving. Is there political unrest in a country you just started shipping to? or perhaps a new piece of legislation that could impact your business has passed, and you want to include a mention of that. Then consider economic factors. People in varying geographic locations may prioritize spending money on certain products, and maybe you can deliver emails that feature products with relevance to those customers. Next, consider social factors. Try to be in the know when it comes to popular cultural references and social media use. Consider things like population growth rates, geographic location, cultural aspects, age, and education levels of those you may or may not be serving. You want to make sure your strategy is inclusive of everyone. These factors will affect how you market to customers. The next factors to consider are technological. Our world is ever evolving, and email marketing is not an exception to that. As I've mentioned, it looks different than it looked 40 years ago. For example, nowadays, customers are able to ask smart devices in their home to read their emails aloud. Make sure you consider that when you craft your strategy. Legal factors should also be considered. This means you should think about any and all laws in the markets you serve. Based on regional legal restrictions and requirements, certain tactics in marketing may not be lawful. Finally, consider the external environmental factors that could have an effect on your strategy. Examples of environmental factors that should be considered are climate change, sustainability, and natural disasters. After you conduct these audits, you'll be one step closer to thinking about the next step in creating your marketing strategy, setting SMART goals. We'll get to that in a bit. Check in again soon.